must fall in with all my niggas above. If they wanna bounce, person, it cannot be mine. Men just buckle, it be like them be rice. I can't do without their policy, I know. I must fall in with all my niggas above. If they wanna bounce, person, it cannot be mine. Men just buckle, it be like them be rice. Quack them, and they feel like they can rise. Do like they can rise. No more, do like they can rise. In the wall, poke them, do like they can rise.
Yes, you definitely have to be feeling like Declan Rice this afternoon. You need to be feeling on top of the world. What a spectacular performance it was from Declan Rice yesterday on a special UEFA Champions League night at the Emirates Stadium. It was all about that particular man. Well, on a night where a lot of people thought it was going to be Vinicius Jr. or Kylian Mbappe or a certain Luka Modric or maybe even Bukayo Saka, but then one man stepped up. Probably an unlikely hero winning the game for the Mikel Arteta-led side in that particular one. And of course, he has made himself the most popular player in Europe right about now. Yes, talking about Declan Rice. You've got to be feeling like Declan Rice on the show. This the ever buzzing, ever interesting, ever blazing, ever controversial world of sports this lovely Wednesday afternoon. Welcome to the midweek installment of iSport on I-FLIER 103.3 FM, where we take you through happenings all around the world of sports. Well, it's all about that game that happened yesterday. Like I said on the show this morning, not too many persons gave Arsenal a chance going into that one. But if there were some set of people who really had the belief that they could do it, it was the Arsenal players and it was the Arsenal coach himself, Mikel Arteta, saying that was a game of his life, the most important game in his coaching career. And you could see the way Arsenal took that game from the blast of the whistle. Well, in full time, it ended in a scoreline where a lot of people could definitely have not predicted in that one. 3-0. Arsenal were victorious in that one, and I can say it like affirmatively that they have one leg and half in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. But then some people would definitely disagree that if there's one team who can make magic, if there's one team who can spring up surprises, if there's one team who can stage comeback, it is definitely a certain Real Madrid team at the Santiago Bernabeu in the UEFA Champions League. But then before we talk about the second leg, let me love to also have the other sports on the show, because it looks like I'm going to be the neutral person on there, and it would have been a very interesting one right there. We would have had a very good preview of the game. But then all hopes are not lost. I've still got the sports princess here to definitely do justice to all of the sporting stories. She definitely would be feeling on top of the world right about now. Let me bring her on board and make you listen to her voice. Good afternoon, sports princess. It is really good to have you. How are you feeling this afternoon? On top of the world, yeah?
Yeah, of course. Although that is a different story in the Premier League, but you know, in the Champions League rather. But you cannot expect a team that has Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo to not score a goal. I mean, we're just here to relive the moment from yesterday. So please make sure you stay tuned, you join the conversation, and you enjoy the ride.
Absolutely, we are here to relive that moment. We are here to celebrate the Gunners, and you can also be a part of the show this afternoon. Talk to us about the game yesterday between Arsenal and Real Madrid, or maybe Inter Milan and Bayern Munich. It was another UEFA Champions League classic game that went down yesterday night. So you can also be a part of the conversation. The phone lines are already blinking even before I roll out the studio line. 070-5500-1033 or 090-5444-1033. Before I have the sports princess dissect what happened yesterday at the Emirates, let's get, okay, we lost that call, so we should probably get at least step up in that one. But for the certain Real Madrid side, there were a bit of changes from Carlo Ancelotti. We saw Luka Modric who started the game. We also saw Fede Valverde play on the right side. More importantly, we saw the attacking trio of Real Madrid kept silent, kept quiet by a certain Arsenal defense. No Gabriel, no problem in defense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually really surprised. Honestly, you get to give, you just have to give, for me, Thomas Partey credit because he ran that midfield. He made, the likes of Bellingham. I couldn't even find Bellingham on the pitch. There was no time I actually heard, maybe in the second half especially, for like the commentator or the commentator to say it's Bellingham. No, because Uncle Thomas Partey actually ran that show yesterday. He had a good game. He controlled the passes. He protected the defense. And you saw, I saw Declan Rice playing like a number 10. In fact, more like a false 9 yesterday because he was just making those runs. And you have to give credit to Bukayo Saka. Honestly, for me, nobody's talking about it, but who made those,
Arsenal to draw or make them loss. So yesterday, even me, I said Arsenal will win Madrid. Some people are telling me that Arsenal cannot make it. But I tell them, anybody that plays Benaja, if you carry that 3 odds, your ticket over the court. So I give credit to all Arsenal fans, and I'm the Man U fan. So I need to make Borussia Dortmund beat Barca today.
You need Borussia Dortmund to beat Barca.
Do you have something against La Liga?
He has something, probably has something against La Liga too. Well, thank you.
I want all the La Liga team to go out of the
Champions League.
So make those people that say they never collect the Champions League,
made new person collect them. Okay.
All the pass they do, pass the blocker. Make say Real Madrid, they be club, they not be who, but they beat them.
Yes,
of course.
Yes, sir.
Arsenal now. You could see, say we did determine that first 20 minutes of the game. Now, imagine get them.
Yeah.
The 70 minutes we collect them from their hand. We know, say, now us get this game. Now, our house see. History go still be history. They never score against us for our house.
Of course.
Even our women.
I mean,
you go see girls go Bernabeu. Even though at least
Real Madrid, they were kept quiet because of the tactical work put in by the
anything, especially in the second half. In the first half, we're kind of giving sloppy balls away. Charlie Kiwior, and we kind of expected that because he has a big shoe to fill. He has to fill the shoes of Gabriel. And coming back, we kind of expected, but the way they reacted, they didn't let that bring them down. When somebody makes a mistake, somebody else is already there to cover it up. They don't Arteta for making sure that he didn't give Real Madrid the ball. Every time they got the ball, Arsenal win it back. They didn't even let them have any rhythm or any flow throughout the game, especially in the second half. In the first half, it was a bit of a 50-50 game because it was like kind of end to end. When Arsenal attacked, Real Madrid will attack. Yeah. But in the second half, Arsenal dominated. I've never seen anything like that in my life.
Win.
Yeah, they had that urge. They were playing like they had a point to prove, and they actually proved it yesterday. I mean, all the haters. I mean, you yourself actually predicted Arsenal to win, honestly.
Of course, so I think you give me my flowers for that. I said it boldly that Arsenal would. All right, Mr. Oluwasegun, let's have your contribution real quick. Yeah, he's currently not on set this afternoon.
I predicted.
Yeah. The caller.
He predicted 3-0. In fact, he introduced me to your.
Even before I take that page match, it seems I have dreamt about the result.
Wow. I'm not sure Vini beat him once.
Even during the game, it was down at a point.
It was down at the point. He had a spectacular game. Always still going forward to Vinga yesterday in midfield. Bro left his position as a left back. He went into the midfield and still bossed Kamavinga and Valverde. He not make them twice yesterday. And he was turning and twisting, not listening, and he got it absolutely right for me yesterday.
All right, very well said from the sports princess. A lot of individual and team dismal performance from the Gunners yesterday. But then the one that stood out was Declan Rice. Let's talk about that free kick moments, because there were two different spectacular moments from the Englishman. Well, there are not many better sights in football than watching a dead ball fly into the back of the net from a long distance, for that matter. And a lot have been said about the free kick from Declan Rice. What's your take on that one? Because I've seen a whole lot of analysis. Was he a kick that was just so unstoppable, or do you think the wall is to blame, like some people have been saying, or you think the goalkeeper was at fault, or it was just a Declan Rice brilliance for that one? And to also think Arsenal set piece coach Nicolas Jova told Declan Rice to bend it, to make a cross, bend it like, but then man followed his instinct, and that instinct might just be getting Arsenal into the semi-finals. What do you make of that moment?
Honestly, for me, I'm just sick and tired of people that are trying to downplay what Declan Rice did, because if it was another player, maybe like Mbappe or Vicky that scored that goal yesterday, I mean, the world would probably be,
probably Ballon d'Or shout.
Yeah, honestly, because they'll be like, oh, that's the Ballon d'Or world class goal and everything like that. That'll be like, oh, that's the Ballon d'Or, kind of goal-esque kind of goal. So you guys have to, give everything that scored two direct free kicks. Sorry for saying it's two direct free kicks against the best team that's ever played in the Champions League. I mean, we can wait all day. Just mention one if you know. Mention one if you know.
Well, not too many guys have scored two direct free kicks in the UEFA Champions League. But guess what? 5 players have scored 2 free kicks in a single UEFA Champions League game. But then Declan Rice got himself into the history books because his own is a bit different from all others. We have Rivaldo, who did it against AC Milan in the year 2000. Ronaldo, Cristiano did it against Zurich in 2009. Neymar Jr. did it against Red Star Belgrade as well. Yes, he did it for them. And of course, we also had Hakim Ziyech. Yes, he also did it for Galatasaray against Manchester United. But one thing common with all of these and different from Declan Rice own is that all of these 4 guys did it in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. Declan Rice did it in the knockout stage of the Champions League. So he has gotten himself into the history books of that one. Well, I wouldn't want us to talk about the second leg of that game until Biodu Sports is here, because he has been saying some things. He has been talking tough that
I wanted to cook
Madrid, we should not rule out Madrid. He has been saying it, but we want him to come on here and say it to all our listeners, so that we can have that proper battle between you. If this race is truly over, or Madrid can stage a comeback. So I would wait until he comes back on air and we'll talk about the second leg. But let's talk about the second game, Princess, quickly because of our time. Inter Milan against Bayern Munich. The Simeone Inzaghi-led side 2-1 victory over Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena yesterday. Do you think this is a victory that should also be taking Inter Milan to the semi-finals of the Champions League?
Yeah, I think I sort of predicted this struggled to be that team that always turns up when it comes to the Champions League, and they've just kind of scaled through and just managed to get to where they are right now. No, I'm trying to downplay what they've achieved, but for me, I kind of saw Inter Milan as the favourites in that game. But I predicted a draw yesterday. I thought they'll probably get beaten at the San Siro because it's the Allianz Arena, and Bayern Munich might hold on to a draw at home. But yesterday, Inter Milan showed why they are one of the best and historic team in the competition, and they just have to give credit to them. The fight, you could see the passion when the last goal was scored, and
the winning goal.
The winning goal, honestly, was really a great experience for Inter Milan yesterday. And it's all about, there's a lot to still play for because it's just a 1-0 deficit, and there's no away goal in the Champions League anymore. So I think it's really going to be interesting to see what happens. But for me, I'll still go with Inter Milan because I feel like this season Bayern Munich has not really done well in the Champions League, and I don't think, just like I said yesterday, Vincent Kompany is the man to take them forward. I don't think that change or that step from Burnley to Bayern Munich, I think is a huge gap. I mean, you just don't go from a small to
on the UEFA Champions League now.
For me, I think it's another spicy fixture that I'm looking forward to, honestly, because both teams have been really sensational. I remember that Aston Villa qualified for the automatically for the top 8 this in the league phase of the competition, and they've been really great even in the round of 16. I think they've faced Club Brugge and they kind of dismantled them with ease.
Of course,
Paris Saint-Germain is a different kettle of fish. They are just very to PSG said. I think I saw their game against Liverpool and I'm like, oh, this team is actually very disciplined as well. They know how to cope without the ball. They can do well without the ball. I think the only thing that can actually affect them is if they don't take their chances, because you look at Emi Martinez, one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Maybe their defense, maybe Aston Villa's defense is not really as strong as as Liverpool's defense, but at the same time, I think they just have to take their chances. They can't afford to do the same thing they did against Liverpool against Aston Villa, because Aston Villa will bury their chances when they see one. I look at Ole Watkins, Marcus Rashford on fire. I can't believe Marcus Rashford would love that. I have to get my revenge. I have to get. This is the same thing that kind of rubbed up, because the match was kind of controversial with the red card to the keeper Lehmann. I mean, they said that always kind of belittles Arsenal, always schools us with like 10-2 aggregate kind of games and score lines. So for me, I think we all know I'm not it's not about writing them off. I feel like Barcelona are a different class. They don't mess around. They don't mess about. The difference between that Real Madrid game and Arsenal game is because Real Madrid they've actually don't be that great this season. They've kind of been inconsistent on and off and off. And you look at their away form. Rather, it's been really bad. Even their away game, their home game as well. They lost
against Valencia.
So it's not like
from the home front. This one concerning Sunshine Stars, the Owena Wales. This afternoon, we got the news that the governor of Ondo State, Dr. Lucky Ayedati, was approved the dissolution of the management board of the Ondo State Football Agency. Well, this was contained in a statement by Prince Ebenezer Adeniyon, who is the chief press secretary to the governor of Ondo State. And with this dissolution, the executive chairman of the board, Mr. Dele Ologun, and other members have been relieved of their duties with immediate effect, and they've been directed to hand over government properties in their care to the accounting officer of the agency. Meanwhile, the governor has approved a caretaker committee to manage the affairs of Sunshine Stars Football Club, and that will be under the leadership of Mr. Tokumbo as well. Okay, moving away from the NWFL, but still talking about news from the home front. This time around, this one concerning the former Super Eagles of Nigeria player Victor Moses. Yes, we got the news that Victor Moses and Luton Town have mutually agreed to part ways. Well, some of you are still wondering if Victor Moses is still playing football, but then he is still playing with the championship side, Luton Town. He joined them last summer after his contract with Russian club Spartak Moscow expired, and he made an impressive start, scoring a few goals. Early in this, it was agreed that Victor Moses would.
I was wondering why the support and
actually.
So it's for your personal game.
It wasn't actually because of that. Of course, even if Arsenal did not do it, maybe another team would have done it.
Aston Villa.
EPL just needed one team from England, maybe in the Champions League or Europa League or Conference League, to just get one win to secure that spot. And that takes us to the English Premier League slightly. Now that it is confirmed that 5 teams are going to be representing England in next season's UEFA Champions League. Sport Princess, finally, I want to have your 5 teams that would be representing. I'm putting you on the spot. I know, so we were not sure all this while saying, okay, we're not sure it was going to be 4 or 5. But now that we know, and we already see how the season is going, Newcastle also put themselves in very good position after they beat Leicester City on Monday, 3 goals to nothing. Now we have a lot of teams in the mix. Which teams do you think would be representing the English Premier League in Europe next season? Quickly.
It's really. I think for me, there's still a lot of twists and turns left, especially in the top 4 race. I mean, I think the title is done and dusted already. I think everybody knows that.
Do you not think Arsenal have also secured second place?
Yeah, I think so. With the nature of the inconsistency between Chelsea and Manchester City, and then not.
Wow, strong predictions right there. Let's leave that one, Princess. Finally on the show this afternoon, Nemanja Matic from Manchester United midfielder said Andre Onana is one of the worst goalkeepers in the history of Manchester United. Do you agree with him quickly?
Maybe not, because I think that there's a goalkeeper there, but I just think he just does too much. He does a little bit too much, and just have to feel for Onana, because the disrespect that the year kind of faced before he kind of took his place.
Do you think it was wrong for United to let the year leave?
Yeah, I think not wrong entirely, but I think it's the manner they parted ways that was not really really nice. I think they didn't treat him with enough respect. He's been their hero, and he's been a very great keeper. Let's not act like the guy should be probably be in Real Madrid right now, even for the mistakes he made when Real Madrid was going for the move, and then they now went for Courtois instead. So the guy has been one of the best goalkeepers of this generation, of this era in football. And so for me, I think the expectation was just, I think you don't know what you have until it's gone. I think that was what happened to Manchester United. They disrespected the day I said, oh, he's not a ball playing goalkeeper and blah 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 blah. And when they now got him replaced with Onana, and they are now seeing the rest. And Onana is a good goalkeeper. I just don't think he's like at the level that he needs to be for Manchester United. I don't think he's probably, I don't even think he's top 5 in the Champions Premier League. I don't think he's top 5. I think I'll go for Martial's, David Raya, Alisson, even maybe Kelly. Liverpool's Kelly might probably be better. The second goalkeeper. Honestly, that's just my opinion. Honestly, I don't really see people kind of disagreeing with that. Honestly, for me, I think it's just a no-brainer. Onana is a great keeper, but I don't think.
So this afternoon, thank you very much, Sports Princess, for joining us, and of course to all of those that called in. Thank you, and thank you very much. On Facebook, Pastor Dr. Mukala Famuyi was saying, greeting us, great broadcasters. Thank you very much for that one. Till we'll come your way again next time out on another edition of iSport on I-FLIER 103.3 FM. My name is Pelumi Adiosho, and I'm signing out with this Arsenal anthem. Do enjoy it.
Entertainment station in Nigeria. It is your perfect choice station for the high flyers.
máa gbọ́ bó ṣe ń dún kẹ̀rìrì fún ètò ìròyìn àṣà àti ìfitónilétí láìfi gbá kan bọ̀ kan nínú àkókò lọ́ba gbẹ́dúgbẹ́dù I-FLIER 103.3 FM Ògúngbadé Ìbàdàn làwà.
ó ń bì jìjìjìjìjì létí wa ìkànnì tó ń gbọ́ ìkànnì tó ń dùn 103.3 rédíò aláṣẹlá.
má yín kú ń bẹ̀ tiwantiwa aláṣẹlá.
gẹ́gẹ́ láago mẹ́rin lù ìròyìn péréte la mú wá fún yín láti ìkànnì aláṣẹlá I-FLIER 103.3 FM tá a kalẹ̀ sílùú Ìbàdàn. Adétúnjí Muhammed lóníròyìn yín. àwọn aṣíwájú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Labour ti ṣàkàwé ìdúnkòkò ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ nílẹ̀ wa láti yàbò gbogbo àwọn ilé ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú náà jákèjádò ilẹ̀ yìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìgbésẹ̀ ìbanilórúkọ jẹ́ àti láti jẹ́ kí àjọ olómìnira elétò ìdìbò ilẹ̀ wa tó ń ti àwọn iléeṣẹ́ agbófinró kí wọ́n lè bá rí ìṣàkóso Julius Abure gẹ́gẹ́ bí eléyìí tí ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe tó sì jẹ́ ọ̀dájú. Akọ̀wé ìpolongo ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú náà Obiora Ifo tó sọ ìdí mímọ̀ nínú àtẹ̀jáde kan eléyìí tó fi síta lónìí nílùú Àbújá tó fi ń fèsì sí àṣẹ ẹgbẹ́ òṣìṣẹ́ ní ṣe làwọn ó béèrè fún ètò ààbò tó gbópọn látọ̀dọ̀ iléeṣẹ́ agbófinró lójúnà àti dáàbò bo àwọn ilé ẹgbẹ́ rẹ̀ ní tìbútòrò orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà. Àjọ tó ń mójútó ìpèsè káàdì ìdánimọ̀ nílẹ̀ wa ti jáwé akègbọ́wọ́ fáwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí láti má máa sọ àwọn nọ́mbà tó wà lórí ìwé ìdánimọ̀ wọn fẹ́nikẹ́ni. Gbẹ́rẹ́ pàkọ́ yìí ló ń wáyé lẹ́yìn tọwọ́ sìnkú àwọn ọlọ́pàá tẹ àwọn èèyàn kan fún lílọ́wọ́ nínú ìwà jìbìtì tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú nọ́mbà tó wà lórí káàdì ìdánimọ̀ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí. Àtẹ̀jáde kan gba tọwọ́ adarí lẹ́ka tó ń rí sí ìkànsíra ẹni nínú àjọ NIMC ọ̀mọ̀wé Káyọ̀dé Adégòkè wá korojú sí irú àbáyìí eléyìí tó ní ó wọ́pọ̀ nípínlẹ̀ Anambra pẹ̀lú báwọn ọ̀bàyéjẹ̀yàn kan ṣe ń gba àwọn nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ yìí lọ́wọ́ àwọn olùgbé níbẹ̀ tí wọ́n sì ń fún wọn lówó fi jùrọ̀ rẹ̀. Níparí, ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ gíga fásitì ìjọba àpapọ̀ tó wà nílùú Ọ̀yẹ́ Èkìtì ti ṣàfọ̀mọ́ gíwá ilé ẹ̀kọ́ náà ọ̀jọ̀gbọ́n Àbáyọ̀mí Fáṣínà níbi ẹ̀sùn ìwà ìbálòpọ̀ kò tọ́ tí olùkọ́ àgbà kan abilékọ Fọláṣadé Adébáyọ̀ fi kàn án. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ló jẹyọ nínú ìfiléde kan gbàtọwọ́ akọ̀wé àgbà tó tún jẹ́ akọ̀wé ìgbìmọ̀ aláṣẹ ilé ẹ̀kọ́ náà Mufutau Ibrahim eléyìí tó fi síta lónìí nílùú Ọ̀yẹ́ Èkìtì níbi tí wọ́n ti ń pa á láṣẹ fún abilékọ Adébáyọ̀ láti kọ̀wé tọrọ àforíjì lọ́wọ́ ìgbìmọ̀ ọ̀hún láàrin ọjọ́ 7 sásìkò táwa yìí. Ìròyìn péréte fún tòní kò ní jù báyìí lọ. Aago 7 àṣálẹ́ ní kẹ́ ẹ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa fún ròyìn jákèjádò orílẹ̀-èdè wa Nàìjíríà. Títí ìgbà náà ẹ ṣeun tẹ́ ń gbọ́kànlé aláṣẹlá Adétúnjí Mohammed ló ti kà á sí ti gbọ̀yìn. Ẹ kú kalẹ̀.
Agbọ̀nsalẹ̀ lónìí ọ̀hù bó jẹ́ tìròyìn tó pójó I-FLIER lónìí ètò lọ́lọ́kan òjò kan wà ní bàbá wọn bó wá jẹ́ tèrè dárayá lẹ́lẹ́kàkà I-FLIER 103.3 FM Ògúngbadé làwà láfọ̀gbàgbàgbalẹ̀ sí nílé Ìbàdàn tí a. Ẹ wá bá wa polówó ọjà kájé òbúgbà yín jẹ owó Elédùmarè lódìrí ẹwà fákùkọ wa.
Èmi MC Jọlá ló ní kẹ́ máa gbọ́ ìkànnì I-FLIER 103.3 FM. Má gbé kúrò ń bẹ̀ o.
Ẹni wọ́n kéré sí nọ́mbà wa, wọ́n kéré sí nọ́mbà bàbá, wọ́n kéré sí nọ́mbà wa, àwọn ọmọdé wọ̀nyí kéré sí nọ́mbà wa.
I-FLIER Radio 103.3 FM. Ìkànnì aláṣẹlà èrè lónìí gbọ́. Ẹ̀fà lọ́lọ́dà. Ẹ má fẹ́ iye ògòǹgò wẹ́tà tí òro. Kò jọra wọn. I-FLIER Radio 103.3. Iléeṣẹ́ rédíò amóhùnbúgbàmù. Ó bú rẹ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ búyọ. Ó bá wọn lọ́nà. Ó yà wọ́n sílẹ̀. Ó takú sókè téńté. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti gbé síbẹ̀ láàárọ̀ kùtù àì. Ẹni fẹ́ gbé kúrò níbẹ̀ dálẹ́gbẹ̀rẹ́. Orin àgbọ̀ fi kọ́gbé. Ìròyìn tí ò ní kọ́nu kọ́hàn nínú àwọn ètò alárinrin ọ̀kọ́ ọ̀jọ̀ kan tí wọnú etí lọ ní fọnrán tolúkọyìn eré ìdárayá kárí ayé gbígbé àṣà àdáyébá àwọn baba ńlá wa lárugẹ. Ẹgbẹ́ ìpolówó ọjà wa kájí òbúgbà yín jẹ kẹ́ ẹ̀ fi gbogbo ara sajẹ́ bíi sẹ́sẹ́ fún I-FLIER ìkànnì aláṣẹlà tiwantiwa ọwọ́jà rẹ̀ kálékáko ọ̀nà ìyẹ́sà dókè òkun gbàgbàgbà gbogbo èèyàn ẹ wá bá wa ní jẹ̀bútú re I-FLIER Radio 103.3 FM Ògúngbadé tòsí ẹgbẹ́dá bàdàn láwà rédíò aláṣẹlà tiwantiwa òkú òṣèfi wí ọ̀sà ẹjẹ́ àjọ máa gbọ́ nìṣó.
Bóyá lẹ mọ̀ pé ọtí àmujù ló ń fa ogunlọ́gọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìjàmbá ọkọ̀ lójú òpópónà wa lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà tó sì ti sọ àwọn èèyàn tó tó 11,000 dèrò ọ̀run lọ́sàn-án gangan ayé wọn láàrin ọdún kan. Pípọ̀ nínú àwọn ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ tí awakọ̀ ò bá mutí. A rọ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà láti má mutí rárá tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ wakọ̀. Ẹ má sì wakọ̀ tẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ mutí. Ẹ dẹ́kun eré àsápajúdé àti gbogbo ohun tó bá lè sì yín lọ́kàn láàkọ̀ tẹ́ bá wà lórí ọ̀dà. Ẹ má gbàgbé àti máa lo okùn ìdáàbòbò seatbelt yín níwájú ọkọ̀. Òfin ojú òpópónà náà ṣe pàtàkì láti dẹ́kun ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ ìjàmbá ọkọ̀. Ìkànnì aláṣẹlà I-FLIER 103.3 FM Ògúngbadé Ìbàdàn lónìí kẹ́ ẹ wakọ̀ láì gbàgbé ààbò ara yín.
ẹ̀yin tèmi báwo ni ṣàlàfíà lẹ́wà ṣe wà apá bí èmi náà ṣe wà ní bíbá orúkọ tèmi ni Bíntà Ayọ̀ Mọ́gàjì ọmọ arìnrìn gbẹrẹ bí ẹni ẹgbẹ́ ń dùn ẹgbẹ́ òdùn mi ẹni tí n bá fẹ́ kí ni mi ò fẹ́ kí o ṣe ti gbọ́n pa ẹ̀ I-FLIER 103.3 FM Ìbàdàn má gbé kó ń bẹ̀.
I-FLIER FM rèé o ìkànnì tó rinlẹ̀ dòdò 103.3 FM lẹ́gbọ́ o látòwúrọ̀ dalẹ́ máa yí kúrò níbẹ̀ o máa yí kúrò Ògúnbádé nílùú Ìbàdàn ló wà o àkàlẹ̀sí ohun Èdùmàrè ló dirí ẹwà fàkùkọ ètò lóríṣiríṣi ìròyìn àsìkò ń kọ́ àwọn náà kọ́ Elédùmarè ló fún wa ṣe Ọlọ́run ní ìkànnì aláṣẹ lálẹ́ yìí o báwa dòwò pọ̀ kórèrè tó pọ̀ jaburata 103.3 FM ní kẹ́mà ìkànnì tó jáwó I-FLIER FM lè yí o ó kílẹ̀ gbígbí iná jíjó ló mú ní mọ́ gbó ẹ̀kẹ́ àròdá òjò ló mú ní mọ́ bí ẹ̀kan wà ó gbépo lówó ọjà rẹ wá tí kàn ní aláṣẹ là ó igi tẹ́lẹ̀gbẹ̀dẹ̀ bá fọwọ́ bàdí dún lóńdó I-FLIER ìkànnì aláṣẹ là lè yí o ìkànnì tó jáwó báwa dòwò pọ̀ kórèrè tó pọ̀ jaburata 103.3 FM ní kẹ́mà gbọ́ I-FLIER FM lè yí o ó kílẹ̀ gbígbí.
lọ́wọ́ ikú ọ̀rẹ́ mi òtítọ́ ó fi kẹ̀kẹ́ ògùn ayé mi jóná olùgbèjà mi ni kò sẹ́ni tó lè ṣe ó àfiwọ́ kábíyèsí rẹ̀ mojúbà mo forí balẹ̀ fọ́ba ìwọ ni ológo jùlọ. Ìyẹlé rẹ̀ ọba tó fẹ́. Ìyẹlé rẹ̀ bàbá. Bóyá ọba tó fẹ́. Ọlọ́run tó ń borí ìtàpàṣẹ. Sí rẹ̀ o. Ó pàṣẹ yìí rọrùn fún ayé mi ó ṣe. Ìyẹ ọba tó fẹ́. Ìyẹ o. Bóyá ọba tó fẹ́. Kábíyèsí rẹ̀ o. Ó fọ́ gbogbo ilẹ̀kùn yìí dẹ́ àbáwọlé sí ògo mi ó jó gbogbo jàǹkárì wọ ẹ̀mí òdì wọ́n tẹ́rí bá òkúta tí àwọn ọmọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ wá di pàtàkì igun ayé ọwọ́ àánú rẹ̀ tó fi gbà mí ó ga mo ṣe bá fẹ́ lẹ́yìn ju ìfẹ́ o. Ìyẹlé rẹ̀ ọba tó fẹ́ mi. Mo pé ọba
ìkànnì aláṣẹlà I-FLIER 103.3 FM Ìbàdàn.
trendybeats.com.
Jọba lọ, máa jọba lọ, máa jọba lọ.
ìkànnì aláṣẹlá I-FLIER 103.3 FM Ìbàdàn.
No more sorrow for me. No more sorrow for me. No more sorrow. No more sorrow. No more sorrow for me. No more sorrow for me when I leave my house and follow Jesus. So, yeah. Kò sí fòyà fún mi. Kò sí fòyà fún mi. Kò sí fòyà. Kò sí fòyà. Kò sí fòyà fún mi. Ṣùgbọ́n ìbà Ọlọ́run lẹ́bàjẹ́ àkọ́jú àtọ́bàjáyé ọba lápá kábíkábí òkìkí kímọ́láyà ọba ẹ̀rù jẹjẹ oníkìkí àkìtàn olórúkọ tí ò ní pẹ̀ẹ́kún alpha omega ẹni ìṣíwájú àtẹni ìkẹyìn ọba tó mọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ tó sì tún mọ pín gbogbo ọba tí ò gbá ní ti ọba tí ò lá ní ti ọba tí ò ṣe ní ti ọba tí ò ló ní ti ọba tí ò pa ní ti ọba tí ò wó ní ti ọba tí ò fún ní ti ọba tí ò jí ní ti ọba tí ò kẹ́ ní ti ọba tí ò gẹ́ ní ti ọba tí ò yẹ ní ti ọba tápá ayé ò lè ka ń rọ físà tó lè mọ́ lọ́wọ́n ọba tó ń gbénu afẹ́fẹ́ pitú yùmùyùmù ọba tó ń dára bí ìjòjò ara kúrò òkú lórogún bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ọlọ́ọ̀bà kan adọ́gbadélẹ̀ máa kó síbi kan ni òrùlé tí ìbàjá mọ́lẹ̀ òbẹ́nìkan jàtọ̀ gbogbo aráalé lójú ọba tí fẹ̀tọ́ ṣe tòun gbogbo abánimúlẹ̀ máma dání ọba tí ń ṣe ohun gbogbo nínú ohun gbogbo fẹ́ni gbogbo láyé gbogbo níbi gbogbo lọ́jọ́ gbogbo nígbà gbogbo àti ní gbogbo àsìkò awímáyẹ̀wọ̀n àṣẹ ìtọ́mọ aráyé ò lè ṣe kábíyèsí ọba àwọn ọba adé òye táyé kẹ́yìn tádégbòdù yá túndé àwòdì wa lọ sí bàlọ́rẹ̀ yẹ o wọ́n ṣe bí ẹyẹ kú ẹyẹ òkú o ẹyẹ lọ di amọ́ra wọ̀ ni àgbò tó lọ sẹ́yìn agbára ló lọ mú wa wọ́n kàn ń bọ́ bá a jà lásán títọ́ bá láṣẹ wá ara mi ẹni sọ kò wá ẹ̀kú ìyanjú ògúlùtù làwa gbé tàjò bọ̀ ògúlùtù síré bàbá òkò ni abíwámọ́rin ni kì í ṣe ability ìbẹ̀rù bíi ti ṣàbá sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ̀kẹ́ apamọ́mọ́ lè wé lẹ́nu ọba ló ládé tí ìjòyè nílẹ̀kẹ̀ ibi abá ti pè lórí kò ṣe tẹ̀lẹ̀ yéyéyéyé àwa ló lórin. ṣàràṣàrà èjìrẹ́ ọmọ adébòdùdé ìgùdùgbẹ̀ orin kó máa bọ́ lẹ́nu akọrin kọ́ ń bọ́ kéde kó máa bọ́ lulẹ̀ létí akọrin pínísí lolú ti fi wá jọba nínú olórin àfàìgà gògòrò jọba láwùjọ ń pèdè ǹjẹ́ oníbodè sílẹ̀kùn adòde orin ayẹyẹ mi yé ké mo jáyé lọ mo jù ìyá lọ mo jù sí lọ àìmọ̀ kan ló ṣòṣìkà ẹni tó ṣe nìkan yẹn ò tún kọ́ bí ara sí ara yẹ ṣe pẹ̀lẹ́ ẹ̀sìn ní agbájá. Ìwọ Ọlọ́run dákun gbà mí mo tún dé o. Ọlọ́run dákun gbà mí mo tún dé o. bójú omi o ọlọ́run ayérayé o. Mo bá bójú omi ọlọ́run ayérayé o. Màmá jẹ́ ń jìyà jù kí n tó rojú rere rẹ̀. Bójú omi o ọlọ́run ayérayé. Ọba tó láyé. Bójú omi o ọlọ́run ayérayé o. Má jẹ́ ń jìyà jù kí n tó rojú rere rẹ̀. Níbo lẹ fògo mi sí o ènìyàn? Níbo lẹ fògo mi sí o ènìyàn? Àníbo lẹ fògo mi sí o ènìyàn? Níbo lẹ fògo mi sí o ènìyàn? Tèmi ò ṣe, tèmi ò rò. Ògo ayé mi lẹ́yìn rí, lẹ wá fọjọ́ orí mi ṣòfò. Níbo lẹ fògo mi sí o ènìyàn? Ọlọ́run máa máa jẹ́ ń jìyà jù kí n tó rojú rere rẹ̀. Bójú omi o ọlọ́run ayérayé. Ọlọ́run ayérayé jọ̀wọ́. Bójú omi o ọlọ́run ayérayé. Bàbá mi ọ̀run. Máa jẹ́ ń jìyà jù kí n tó rojú rere rẹ̀. Tètè sẹ́kún mi dẹ̀rín o bàbá. Fún mi láyé ayọ̀ rẹ̀. Jẹ́ kọ́lá mi ìwádìí púpọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Tètè sẹ́kún mi dẹ̀rín o bàbá. Ọba ọba. Tètè sẹ́kún mi dẹ̀rín o bàbá. Ọba ọba. Fún mi láyé ayọ̀ rẹ̀. Jẹ́ kọ́lá mi ìwádìí púpọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Tètè sẹ́kún mi dẹ̀rín o bàbá. Ẹ wo àkùkọ fọlọ́kè ń kọ́ lálá. Ó ti sọ̀kalẹ̀ látúnyà pààrọ̀. Ó wá dẹyẹ tó ń kọ lábẹ́ igi ìwé. Àfàìmọ̀ káráyé má pààyè mọ́lẹ̀ nínú. Àfàìmọ̀ jẹ́ kọ́lá mi ìwádìí púpọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Tètè sẹ́kún mi dẹ̀yìn ó bàbá Olúwa. Tètè sẹ́kún mi dẹ̀yìn ó bàbá. Fún mi ládé ayọ̀ rẹ̀. Jẹ́ kọ́lá mi ìwádìí púpọ̀ rẹpẹtẹ. Tètè sẹ́kún mi dẹ̀yìn ó bàbá. Ọlọ́run ayérayé wò mí mọ́. 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 Torí pé ó ti ṣe ìlérí ayọ̀. Jọ̀wọ́ wá múlẹ̀ ríṣẹ́, wá múṣẹ́ láyé mi. Ọlọ́run ayérayé wò mí mọ́. Ojú gbogbo rògbò. Ọlọ́run ayérayé. Ọlọ́run dàbọ̀ wá múṣẹ́ rẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ayérayé wò mí mọ́. Ọlọ́run ayérayé wò mí mọ́. Ó ti ṣe ìlérí ayọ̀. Jọ̀wọ́ wá múlẹ̀ ríṣẹ́. Ìkúnlẹ̀ láwa, ìkúnlẹ̀ láwa Ọlọ́run. Ìkúnlẹ̀ láwa, ìkúnlẹ̀ láwa Ọlọ́run. Ìkúnlẹ̀ láwa. Jáàjì ọba àforíbalẹ̀ àjùbà. Kọ́nà kó là pérégedé fún wa o. Holy Mary, abiyamọ kì í gbẹ́kún ọmọ rẹ̀ kó má ta tí wéré. Èmọ̀ yẹn kó ọmọ rẹ̀ máa gbé rorò. Ó ti ṣe ìlérí ayọ̀. Jọ̀wọ́ wá múlẹ̀ ríṣẹ́, wá múṣẹ́ láyé mi. Ọlọ́run ayérayé wò mí náà. Ọlọ́run ayérayé wò. Dákun dábọ̀ wá múṣẹ́. Ọlọ́run ayérayé wò. Ojú rẹ̀ wò mí ò bàbá. Ọlọ́run ayérayé wò. Nítorí pé ó ti ṣe ìlérí ayọ̀. Jọ̀wọ́ wá múlẹ̀ ríṣẹ́. Mo ń tẹnu bó bí ọwọ́, mo ń tẹnu yá bí ọbẹ̀. Ìgbà tẹ́mi bá ń yọ, ọ̀tá mi ò ní lè gbèjà wa. Mo ń tẹnu bó bí ọwọ́, lórúkọ Jésù. Mo ń tẹnu yá bí ọbẹ̀. Lórúkọ Ọlọ́run ọ̀run. Ìgbà tẹ́mi bá ń yọ, ọ̀tá mi ò ní lè gbèjà wa. Gbogbo yín lẹ rántí pé àwòrán kì í sùn, èdèrè ò lójú oorun. Lórúkọ Jésù, ọ̀tá mi ò ní sinmi, wàhálà mi ni ó pọ̀ tá mi kú. Ìran àwòrán kì í sùn, èdèrè ò lójú oorun. Ọ̀tá mi ò ní sinmi, wàhálà mi ni ó bá yẹ ọ̀tá mi jẹ́.